Now I'm using my stationary bench grinder, and I'll use this tool to carve the majority of the sculpture. This is a diamond carving blade that is stationary, and I move the sculpture around the tool. And this type of technology is actually ancient. The ancient Chinese jade carvers would use this method, although they would turn the wheel with a foot treadle and have an assistant pour a mixture of sand and water over the metal blade while they abraded the jade. Here I am using the blade to cut parallel cuts perpendicularly into the surface of the sodalite. Concern that the subtractive sculptor has to keep in mind, and that is for stone or for wood or any material that requires removal of material, you always have to think about the other side of the sculpture, because you don't want to cut too far into one direction and realize that there's not enough stone on the other side. After carving by making perpendicular cuts into the stone, I can then start to sweep the surface of the sculpture across the face of the carving blade, and this smooths out the surface, and I can start to get those lovely sweeping, curving surfaces that typify my style of sculpture.
One of the wonderful things about direct carving is that I can change my composition on the fly. And with a stone like sodalite, in this particular piece with the swirling colors, I am going to have to do a little bit of adjusting to my original thought. In order to keep that lovely blue patch on its back, I'm going to have to make a sort of an abstracted extended wing. So it'll look like the duck is just sort of ruffling its feathers before settling in as it floats on the water. And that lovely black band that I thought would be able to go around its neck doesn't continue to that side of the sculpture. So we'll just have to see, I'll have to adjust the design a little bit, but you can see the crest of the merganser's feathers at the back of the head and the beak starting to form on the front of the head. It's looking sort of over its back, over its shoulder. It looks pretty chunky now, but as I refine it, it will look more and more graceful.